Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here with my Thrifty Thursday video, and that is where I show you every Thursday my thrifty goodies that I've found during the past week at thrift stores. So I've got a few things to show you today. So let's just get started so I don't run out of time here. It's Thursday morning, and I didn't do this video last night because I got tired and I had stayed up till like 1 a.m. the night before crafting and doing things for my Etsy and stuff. So I was like, last night I was just like, it caught up with me and I got tired. So I'm doing my video this morning. So let's see, let's just start with this. I'll make this a little pot right here. So this is a little box of, it says Kodachrome movie film here. And I have been looking for like film like this, or film strips. I pictured it coming in a bigger reel. I think there are bigger reels. This is I guess this is home movie size. I don't know. But this is, I have seen audio reels. I had started looking for, kind of in the back of my mind, film strips a while ago. And this is the first one I found that was actually a film strip and not audio. I have found some audio, and that is real thin and flimsy, so I didn't get that. I didn't feel like I could use that, but I felt like I could use this. It's white at the beginning, and then it goes into, not too soon, here it goes into the dark part. And I thought this was really cool. This could be used as a trim maybe in journals. I haven't looked up the value of an actual whole roll of this yet, so I don't know if it's worth anything. But if it's not really worth anything, I can picture using this as a fun little trim, or kind of in little clusters or whatever, in things like that, embellishments. That would be a nice little touch to a pocket or something, or a page in my junk journal. So I think that would be fun to use. This is a little deck of cards that says Roaring 20s poker cards. And I thought these were cool on both sides when I looked at them in the thrift store. First of all, this side is like this kind of yellowish vintage looking color here. And it has a little ship there, and it just looks like a nice vintage label, really. And then this side has pretty pictures on it, not just a plain, Ace of Hearts or whatever. It's, they've all got different pictures. Let me turn them over and show you here. See, all different pictures. They're in the blue range. I guess they all have blue on them, but they're all cool looking, kind of vintagey pictures. And they have a little date and like a little kind of what it is there. So I just thought those were cool and could be fun to use, how we use playing cards in journals. There's so many things. These I wouldn't want to decorate, so I like both sides. I would just use them as, tabs on a fold over, or I would just stick them in a pocket, or I would, use them as a pocket or a tuck spot. So let's see, we're doing this pile. This is a label or a tag, like a clothing tag or something I found. I thought it was vintagey looking. I don't know if it is vintage, but I just like the looks of it. I would leave this side. I could put a string back here, make a tag out of it, put some paper over this side. And there you go. I have a little tag, the vintage looking tag there. I just thought it was cute, and a cute size. These are recipe cards. Let's see, I wonder if this went together. Yeah, these do fit together, but they were not in a box or anything. They were just like this, and I like these because I don't have any of this color. I think I have maybe blue and green, and of course like a off-white color, but these are kind of a peachy color, and I just thought they were really pretty, and I like the small size. It's not, 4x6 or giant, or even 3x5. These are 4 1/4 that way and 3 that way. So not quite 3x5, so a little smaller than 3x5. And then these are the recipe cards probably that went with that, because I found them on the same day. They weren't together, but they probably were originally together, maybe. And these are about that same size. So yeah, I just want to see if they were any bigger, and they're not. So they're recipe cards that are just plain, and then some of them run over to, most of them seem like they're one-sided, but some of them run over to the back. Like here's one way. Let's see. Like if the recipe is longer, it ran to the back. See, like that. So I figured these could be used as journaling cards, or, you know, in a recipe box, you know, junk journal. Or, yeah, so you can decorate this side if you want and leave this side open for journaling. Or, you know, you can decorate both sides, or whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? You can make them into pockets. They're a nice size, so you can make them into little corner tucks this way, or pockets this way, or, you know, even a belly band where you don't seal the bottom and something can go all the way through. There's just, you know, those type of things. You just use your imagination and do fun things with them in journals. So this is a little zipper pouch I found. I've already ran this through my washer, so it's nice and clean. But I thought I would use this maybe in my, you know, how I've been buying, you know, when I see a drawstring pouch, I buy it for my Etsy when I ship something. And this has got a soft outside. And I thought maybe if I sold a piece of jewelry, I could put it in there, and it would be a nice soft pouch for it to be shipped in. You know what I mean? And it would protect it too. So I thought that was handy. Then these envelopes I found, they're colored like a peachy color. So I like that. They're not just white. And of course I can still decorate them. And I just like the color too. So lots you can do with envelopes, right? In junk journals. And then this is a little canvas bag. It has this nice little quote on it. And it's got these pretty flowers. And I don't know if I'll try to make a journal to fit in here, but I thought if I did have that, you know, want to do that, I thought that would be fun. It would fit like a traveler's notebook in here. And it opens up. It has a gusset on the side. So even if it was chunky, see, it would fit in here. And I could ship off a journal in here. And it talks about friends here. So a little friend journal. I thought that would be fun to try to make a journal for that. And this is a cover. This is the cutest little cover. And it's Rand McNally. And I found it just like this, no pages and no back. But we can make, you know, as journal creators, we can make a new spine and a new back. And look, there's even a little bee right there. I just thought this was the cutest little cover that I did not, you know, it's a perfect, you know, once you cut this tattered side off here and make a new spine, you don't even know that I never had the back or the inside, right? And I just thought that would make the cutest little journal cover. So I did save that from the thrift store. And then I found these little Valentine cards. Now I found these like a week ago. So I thought, oh, I have time to send some out, but I haven't sent any out. I wanted to send some out, so I guess they're going to be used for next year. And they came with a few envelopes here. These envelopes are really pretty too. It's a weird, kind of a weird combination. Like they don't look like they belong with this, but they were together in a thrift store and they fit. So I guess they go together. But see how these are like a, you know, silver glitter and red, and these are blue. So kind of a weird color combo. But I like the envelopes, even if I didn't use them together. But anyway, since I didn't get any out this year, I guess I can use these for next year. And I thought they were cute. They're just blank inside too, so I can write my own sentiment next year. I could even use them for thank you cards at you know, during February next year, or maybe even this year still. We've got over half of February left, right? So we'll see what I do with those. This I picked up because I have seen one other person use one of these, I think, one time, a long time ago, in a video where, let's see, here's the inside, yeah. See, it has this slide piece inside, and I can make this into a journaling space, put some paper on both sides, or one side, as long as it doesn't make it too tight to fit into this. See, it's kind of like, almost like a belly band or something. It goes all the way through. And I thought that could be a neat piece to use in a journal. So that's what I plan to use that for. This is just a little kind of, crochet type thing. Is that what it is? Yeah, crochet instructions. But I like the pictures here on the outside for a retro look in a journal. So these can be cut out. This is, I didn't look at the date yet, which is, I already tried to look for it. It's too small for me to read right now. as far as it's morning, and I don't know if my eyes are awake enough. But it's, if you can see the font here, you know it's probably from the 70s sometime, maybe early 70s, I don't know. But anyway, I just like the pictures here. And so, yep, got that for a journal. And then the next few things are papery things, like vintage paper. So this is just a little notepad here with lines, and it's blank on the back. But this is old looking. It doesn't have a copyright or anything. I already looked. And this is a telephone directory. And it is old paper and a cardstock cover. So I can take the little rusty staples out of there and use these pages in my journal. So I thought that would be fun. I prefer to use old paper like that in my journals. Along with some pretty scrapbook paper. But this is a 45 record album, no, not really album, record cover. And it's old. It's doesn't have a date, I don't think. Doesn't have a date. This doesn't have a date on it, but again, has that 70s font there, so probably from the 70s. I actually have the record too in the other room. And I started collecting the 45s when I see them for craft projects. So I had sold one little bundle already of a set of 9 45s, and I just list them as craft, product or supplies. So people use them either for crafts or a home decor, where they put a collection of records on their wall. So that's what I thought I would sell them as when I find them. Then I can use the cover in my junk journals and sell the records, because I don't do craft projects, or I don't have any hanging on my walls, but I think it would be neat to hang some on my walls, but I just don't. I don't have that in my decor right now. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So I have a collection of about probably at least 6 right now. So when I get 3 more, I'm going to sell 9 at a time, and that's a nice little collection, I think, to hang on a wall. So, and I just sell them, I don't know if these play, and they're craft supplies. So I don't say they play or anything, so I don't know. I don't have a record player to play them. But anyway, the next little thing here is it's called erasable paper, kind of like onion skin, really neat texture. And so, of course, these could be used in journals as pages. You can leave them white or coffee dye them or color them any color you want. But I think they are a really nice texture. They have a watermark on them, I see. But really neat kind of a texture and thickness there. So that is vintage paper for my junk journals. This is very vintage graph paper or grid paper. And you can see it's starting to brown around the outside. So I like that for my junk journals. I don't know. I think I have one other package that looks like about this age where it's starting to brown. All of my graph paper and ledger paper I have bought at thrift stores. I've never bought any new at Walmart or anywhere like that, home, Office Depot or anything. So yeah, I do like to at least find it at thrift stores, even if it's not vintage. And then if it's vintage, that's just like a bonus, because it's perfectly good to use. And this is actually a good thickness too. Some of the newer graph paper I think is a little thinner, so that's very cool. Nice old package of graph paper there. That's awesome. This is a cool booklet here that I found. First of all, the outside cover is cool, especially the back. Look at this back cover. It's got a bunch of labels on here. Really cool, and they're this brown vintagey color. And I thought this would make a really cool journal cover, a traveler's notebook size. I have made journals out of, covers like this before. Not like this, but you know what I mean? Like out of music book covers. And I just fold it in half and make a cover out of it. I can cover the inside and put pretty paper here. But this whole booklet is like old labels. See this? All old, like advertisements, not labels. I meant to say advertisements. But yeah, all really cool. They're already looking like it's starting to brown around the edges. It's already like pre-distressed for me as far as the edge of the paper. So I can use these as a whole I think I might try to use them as a whole in journals. because it would be a shame to cut this up and then, you know, you're cutting up the other side that, you know, has something cool on it. So yeah, these would be perfect for a traveler's notebook to fold in half that way. Or of course I can fold them this way too. So we'll see. I think those, I just decided will be used as a whole. I don't know if I can cut those up, but that just was a really cool thing. I've never seen anything like that before. So beautiful cookbook, Betty Crocker. I think I showed one last week. And I picked this up and I was like, wow, this is really pretty. I've never found one like this before. And I looked it up online, and they come, I think this particular cover comes in, this is a binder, you know, a ring binder, but some of them come just in like book, you know, it's a regular, with a regular spine. But this one's really beautiful. And that's why I got it, because I was like, I mean, there were other people there looking at books and no one picked this up. And then I came to it and I was like, oh my goodness, this is really beautiful. I think I'm going to get this. I mean, I cannot not get it, you know what I mean? But the thing that really got me besides the cover is these pages and these, look at these beautiful index pages. I mean, they're gorgeous. Very gorgeous. This is going in my shop. And yeah, I mean, look at that. Isn't that the cutest pages and all these nice pictures? And it's just a nice overall cookbook if you need a cookbook, but it's just gorgeous pages. So, and it is a binder. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 ring binder. So, and the only blemish I see, and I don't know why it was at the thrift store really, except that there's a blemish right here. If that's the reason, it's a shame that it was there because it's not perfect, but at least I got to get it right. There's a little blemish right there, like a wear spot, just worn off right there. And there's a blemish. This is the only thing I see. A blemish right here where it's got a worn, like a worn spot. You know, it's worn through the edge of the cover there and down to the underneath. Right, just that little spot right there. Just like right there. I just want people to see it in case somebody wants it. That is not perfect, but I think it's gorgeous, you know, beautiful. So we'll get through these really quick because I gotta, you know, only have so much time on my video, my camera. But these are some fabrics. This is a fabric napkin, and so some of these things will be used. I'm just going to flip through these hankies real quick. But some of these will be used in my next fabric bundle. I have a couple in my shop now if you need fabric or trims. I have a couple fabric and trim bundles, different ones. One's fabrics and trims and one's just fabric. So let me just flip through these real quick. These hankies will be divided probably mostly amongst my next, see these daisies right here? Cute. Amongst my next fabric bundles. But these are just some beautiful hankies that I thought I would put at least one in each bundle. And then maybe I can keep a couple for myself. I don't need them all, so I really did buy them for my next fabric bundles. But they all are very useful and pretty, either as a collection of handkerchiefs or as junk journal, you know, fabric. This one has a pretty lace border, and then some of them are patterned like this. Really pretty colors. I'm trying to flip through them quick for you, but this one just has a pretty lace border or trim. Some of them have these scalloped edges like this. See the scalloped edge right there? The next couple have a scalloped edge and they're colored. So this one's really bright, pretty flowers. This one has a flower right here, like embroidery right there. This one has a printed flower on it and a pretty kind of blue border there. And this one has some embroidery. Let's see, am I showing you? Yeah, that's the right side there. This one has just a pretty pattern on the corners. See this little lacy pattern? That's on all 4 corners on that one. This one's a pretty red one. I guess those are hearts, huh? I guess those are hearts. Yeah, those are hearts. That's a Valentine one. This one is really cool. It has gems on it. You see that? I've never seen a hanky with gems. It has this pretty little pattern, like a white pattern on white, and then the gems on that corner. And it has like one on this corner. Isn't that cute? So very dainty. Red, or no, not red, pink flowers with scarlet border. Okay, so that's all the hankies, right? Yep. A crochet type, now this would probably be put in my shop by itself, a crochet placemat size doily, and then some little crochet doilies with this trim here, green, red, and yellow. That's those aren't quite the same. Oh, there's 3 of them. So it's that size, and then a couple smaller ones here. Not too small, much smaller though. Another little like eyelet, almost like a placemat size, but it's kind of probably more like a dress or scarf or something. Really pretty off-white kind of color. And then here's like a rosy mauve kind of color placemat size doily. And well, this is not the last thing. If I have time, I want to show you one more thing after this, which I meant to grab, but I left it over there on my table, on my sewing table. But this is just some fabric, upholstery type, that'll go in my next fabric bundles. I'm going to keep some for myself and I have several pieces like this. I shouldn't have bought all of it, but I did, and so now I really have to do some fabric bundles because I have a bunch of this kind of green and white gingham fabric, and it's thick like upholstery fabric. So really nice fabric to use on a journal cover. And so that would be going. Let me grab the other thing real quick. And this is kind of special. The next thing I'm going to show you that I'm putting into my shop. Oh, it's already in my shop actually. Some little vintage sheet bundles. So I've here's a few to show you as an example of what they'll come like. I have, tied them with a little bow. This is a piece of vintage sheet. They don't all have this same tie on them, but they're all tied with some type of little fabric tie to keep them together. And they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of vintage sheet fabric that I've cut into fat quarter size, so 18 by 22 size little bundles, and they're all pretty flowery, I'm just going to say shabby chic or whatever, floral sheets. Now let me open up one here and show you the individual pieces. I think I have a minute to do that. I hope my camera doesn't cut me off, but this will be quick. I'm not going to unfold them even. Well, maybe I'll unfold them a little bit, but you have to unfold, I need to show you the prettiness here. But that's one. You can see the pinks and blues. I think I used that one recently in one of my craft projects. My tags, my 52 tags. I think I used that one. This is a pretty one here. This one has the hem on it. I'm trying to think. I think I measured. I don't know how I measured on that one, but anyway, the point is it's pretty fabric that you can use in your journals or any type of quilting or fabric, where you need fabric like this craft project. Isn't that pretty? It looks like sunflowers and yellow roses. This one I also used in my tags. This one right here, and it made. Oh, I have this one on my journal too that I'm working on now, or getting ready to work on. The one I did for Roxy Creations Weekly Challenge. I put this on my journal cover, and it was like, I couldn't believe, like, I think it's pretty like this, but when I put it on my journal, it somehow got even prettier. It was really weird, but that's how it worked for me. And then this one right here, super pretty little. This one is so soft too. I don't know, it's a little different thickness than this one or the rest of these, but it's just like when I touch it, it's just the softest thing. I don't know what it's exactly. They're all like, I ripped them all as far as, making the pieces, so they're all rippable, but or tearable. T-E-A-R, not T-E-R. They're terrible. No, they are rippable, I should say that. But anyway, I tore them all, so they are T-E-A-R-I-B-L-E, terrible. And so I just wanted to show you that real quick because it's things I've been picking up at the thrift store and getting ready for my shop. So these are already in there. The rest of the stuff is not in there, the hankies and things like that, but in the cookbook. but that will be in there later this week or so. So yeah, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Happy crafting and happy thrifting.